For this, I was born to write and write and write about the stories straight from my heart. This ardent desire to write was planted within me, in my heart and soul. I am driven by inner impulses to spend my time writing, although it's a long and tiring process. But there is a powerful force within me that I can't resist, and sometimes I can't understand, but just write, write and write, and there is a reason for that. That's the feeling of feeling alive. It's past midnight and I can't sleep because my mind is full of awoken dreams. I'm sipping water and writing poems, writing love letters. This is my way of being drunk on love. I am upstairs in my room and it feels as if the day was quite long, longer than usual, probably because emotions were intense, and I felt inspired to work, to write in silence throughout the night when the entire world is asleep. I felt the need to express those emotions in poems. So I guess the night is going to be long too. But it's going to be colorful as well. Night is more alive and richer than day. Somehow it feels more vibrant and creative, sitting in the dark below the glowing stars. I write instantly and intuitively. I write in the moment, and I never force myself to write because I believe it should not be done that way. I write when writings and ideas come to me, for example, poems. When poems visit me, I write them. I get the words rhyming in my mind, and I just write until the words stop flowing. That's how I know when the poem has finished. I get sparks of inspiration when I hear a specific melody or song, or when I am in nature and I look at the interesting formulation of clouds, when I feel warm sun rays, see flowers, or when I smell something too. Everything can be a trigger for inspiration to start writing. Very small details can inspire my imagination in an instant, and in those moments rapidly I get new ideas, stories and vivid pictures of scenes and places. Sometimes when I meditate, I can get new ideas too. They come in the form of a vision, a clear picture that I can see in my mind, and everything is so clear, like it's happening right in front of me. So I just write everything down, every feeling, every smell, every color, whatever I can perceive with all my senses. When I get the ideas, I clearly can see all the details about the characters, places and every single piece like a puzzle that I complete with my words. And usually, those words are scattered everywhere, as I have to write really fast not to lose the vision in my mind. Later on, I organize all the writings and paragraphs, put them together and place them in the book to which they belong. But I don't get ideas only when I meditate. It can happen anywhere, but also very often when I go to sleep. Sometimes I can fall asleep, and suddenly my mind would get busy with stories, ideas and visions, and usually I have to get up and write everything. Before I put my books into this physical world, I first create them in my imagination, because I have clear and exact visions of how my books should look like. The cover, the title, the illustrations, everything that is taking part in the final creation of a book. I trust my imagination. Also, I trust my intuition. And my intuition is so strong that I exactly know how to navigate in my writing and how to create my art. I am getting ideas after ideas, and everything just comes so easy to me. I exactly know what I am creating, and due to this overflow of ideas, my mind is constantly busy, constantly creating. I have accomplished many things in my life, but never have I felt this proud, happy, and content. I am so proud of my books and my written art. Our lost dreams cracked like glass under my feet. They broke and cut every piece of me, every remaining part of our happiness. Even the stars shut down, but they shone only for us. The night prepared its dark layers slowly to cover the planet with tranquility. That night, I left our love in the past. I erased every trace of our existence. There are no more of the old dreams, no more tired wanderings for you, no more of that endless silence. And as the night rushed into its final slumber, I went for the new mornings with the pearly dawn of a new day. I sprinkled new dreams, this time golden, so they will never crash down again. And the new stars are starting to shine, making our kingdom heavenly. We lost that world there, but starting another one here. We are living this ecstasy, you and me, from an old end to a new beginning. What is it that makes you feel alive? What about that feeling? People who know me are questioning me with surprise. Why am I at home? Why do I not go out that often? Or why do I not find a real job? I really could not explain to them what it means when you find yourself, when you find the true unique you within you. It is important to realize life is not a race. Life is a moment, and we should live that moment fully and completely. Feel it with the whole being and be present in our existence. lot of people don't see writing as a job. Many think it is just a hobby, something to pass the time. But for some writers, writing is like breathing, a complete existence, a force that moves us. It's well known that writers and artists of any kind are not understood, starting from their families, friends, and close people who know them. Probably because all those people are unable to receive and reciprocate their energy. For me, writing is more than a hobby. For me, it is a way of life, a lifestyle. I don't know if I could live without it, because my soul has a huge urge to say something, and I see it as my deep passion and mission too. Writing makes me feel alive. It makes me feel as if I did my job, and I realize I am on the right path. Writing is something I was born with. It's part of me, and I am not going to run away from myself ever again. When you enjoy and love doing something, then you want to spend all of your time doing it. And it doesn't feel like a heavy or tiring job. Instead, it gives you pleasure and satisfaction, even if you are not getting paid for it, because your soul and heart speak to you and give you directions. This is how I feel about writing. Sometimes I think without writing for me, it would be difficult to cope with some hardships. It helps me going through life. It's my tool for survival. I write because I have something to say. I write to heal my soul. I write with so much love and joy, so much emotion and feeling. I put my energy into my writing. I put sparks of my essence into my writing. Writing completed my life. I write about distant worlds and other realities. I write about everything that seems unreal, but also real at the same time, because possibilities are possible. The only thing I know is that I write because I need to, and I write whatever comes to my mind without changing or questioning it. When my soul wants to speak, I make sure to make notes, and my eyes sparkle with happiness and joy. Writing lives within me. It's natural urge to create worlds with words, to carry emotions and feelings, to touch people's hearts. It's my desire to create something and live for generations after generations. Words are immortal. They will live through centuries and through generations. The story of my writing begins at the age of 14. I needed space and tools for the longing, and the writing has been a way of my solace. My mind was full of ideas and stories, and I could not escape them, and somehow, in one way, I was forced to ink them on paper. I used to write in Bosnian and English. At the beginning, those were short poems, sometimes essays, when I was feeling the need to write and filter emotions. I used to write diaries too, and somehow all my writings were connected to one theme: love. I started to write in my youth, but never with the intention of being a writer. I write in the moments when the emotions are heavy, when I need to say something and mark it on paper, or when my mind is overwhelmed with thoughts and ideas. I write to ease my soul, but also I want to create something beautiful as a representation of who I was in this lifetime and this existence. It is the message that counts. There are many stories in this world, but that didn't stop me from creating my own stories. I wanted to develop my own myth, a tale that maybe one day will melt people's hearts, or maybe make them wonder what that mystery is all about. I want to give this world something from myself, a piece of me, of my energy. I heard my calling and I answered the call. This path was created for me, and I am just following it intuitively and faithfully. I wrote 4 books, and I have plans to write more. Rose from the Moon is my first published book, and it is the first book in the trilogy series of love poems. The second book is The 4 Seasons, and the third book is Rainbow. There is the fourth book, Eternal Lovers, that serves as a precursor to all 3 books. I am so excited to share this wonderful love story with all of you, with the entire world. Words filled with love, straight from my heart. I offer the book Eternal Lovers for free download. You can find it on my website and download it completely free. Here, I won't talk much about my books. Read them and find out what they are about. I will leave it to your imagination. You were my most beautiful winter fairy tale, an enchantment in the blink of an eye. Just like the morning fog, you disappeared with an early spring, and everything we had faded away. You are my endless universe, where I wander happily. You are my most beautiful moment, one piece of eternity. All the beauty, charm and happiness passed in a very short time. Unforgettable moments adorn all my memories of our rising love that fired up quickly. Please, don't forget, I will be waiting for you in all the space of heavenly clouds, in all the rainbow colors and in the sun's rays. I will be waiting for you there, where the touch doesn't hurt and where the heart is wild, where we shine like golden stars, where we are free and safe from evil destiny. I will be waiting for you, even if the whole world stops. I will be waiting for you, and I will risk my heart. Being a writer means being alone at times, because all you do is sit and write. But while writing, I don't feel lonely at all. Actually, I enjoy my alone time, my solitude, and my own company, and I'm fine to be all by myself. Personally, I think everyone should be comfortable enough to be alone and enjoy time on their own. Because if you are not able to sit with yourself, with your own emotions, how then would you be able to sit with others and understand them? When I spend time alone, I get to know myself better. In solitude, many ideas are born, and creativity can be enhanced and elevated. In solitude, I found peace away from the chaotic, noisy world. I could really never fit into the standard way of living. I always create for difference, because my spirit is free, because I want different things to experience, because I believe there is much more to life. I hold on to the vision to have an enjoyable and happy life, doing things that make me happy, going places that make me happy, spending time with people that make me happy. Everything is in choice, and letting yourself choose to enjoy life as much as possible. Being a writer might sound boring, but it is not. It is therapeutic and beautiful experience being able to create a story that others will read, a story that will touch people's hearts, to connect to people in that way. And everything is in finding balance. Although I do spend a lot of time writing, I do other things too. a very passionate, creative and curious person. I like to go to places, but mostly calm places, to enjoy food and drinks. I like sightseeing and visiting museums too, so I always make sure to balance out tasks in my life, to have time for work, but also to have time for leisure. I like to switch between my creativity too. Sometimes I write books, sometimes I edit videos, and sometimes I make vlogs. I do as I feel, and for me, that is also very important to follow the inner voice and guidance. I have so many plans and goals, and I spend my days working on the realization of my dreams and visions. And all of that brings me peace, but also satisfaction and contentment. During the summer season, usually I will spend days in nature, in my home garden, surrounded by tall trees and colorful flowers, where I feel relaxed and at peace, which helps me concentrate better to express my ideas and visions. It helps especially with writing. It gives me relaxation to work, but not to feel like working. At times, it's good to live far away from city noise. Here, I can listen to silence, to the wind, to the rain, to the birds, and here I can see the stars. I like cities too, but sometimes it gets too noisy for me, so I decided to live in a house that is surrounded by greens, fruit trees, pine trees, and flowers. I want a peaceful life, filled with love and beauty. I want to wake up in the morning without noise or alarm. All those sounds and sirens are not good for us. That's why I like to wake up on my own, without having to jump out of bed and run to accomplish all the duties. That's why I found peace and beauty in writing, although sometimes there is a noise in my heart. All the emotions and feelings that want to be heard and seen, that want to get out to be written. And I realize one thing too. No matter where I am, whether in a city or a countryside, in nature or surrounded by people, all the inspirations, ideas, and visions are in my mind. Surrounded by the floral walls and starry windows, we broke the illusionary air around us. We broke the silence into its final pieces, into disappearance. I am curling around your body while you are kissing me. We are entering infinity.